And it goes a little something like this.
Yo.
What's going on?
What's happening?
We at it again.
What's good?
Trying to stay corona free, fellas.
Yeah, hell yeah.
No. Another month in good health.
Right. We all here.
Yup, that's true. That's true.
Hey man, I heard some interesting news yesterday.
Uh-oh.
They said that smokers are less likely to get COVID-19 than non-smokers.
Hey,
Are you serious?
Anybody believe that?
I'd believe it. I'm smoking right now.
Huh?
I'm smoking right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, did they say why?
Come on, man. It keeps your lungs active.
They think it's got something to do with the nicotine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So either one of y'all ready to break out the damn house?
No, I'm good.
Well, we know you good, Jimmy.
Yeah.
We won't even touch on that topic.
I'm good. Go ahead, T.
Oh no, I just said I'm good too. I wouldn't mind if it stayed like this a little bit longer.
Hey, speak for yourself, goddammit. I can't work from home, so this is all normal to me.
Yeah.
So different.
We don't have that luxury of sitting at home in our underwear and thongs like some of us do, our cast and crew members do.
So what's the difference? You still living normal. We're not.
Right. You get the luxury of staying at home and choosing if you want to get dressed for work. Some of us have to put on that work uniform.
We understand that.
Yeah.
But my question is, I don't understand what you're asking.
Yeah, nothing's gonna change for you. It's gonna be the same deal.
Right.
The luxury of leaving and being normal again. I don't work my same schedule.
Man, you just had a schedule change.
Right. I work earlier. I mean, there's plus and minuses to this whole situation, but I'm ready to get back to normal. The sooner the better.
What part of normal are you saying? Your work schedule? I mean, what are you saying?
The work schedule, life, the normalcy. My daughter, it's just a lot of stuff that happened that affects a lot of people. Like they didn't get to graduate. You know, they normally do little ceremonies when you leave junior high going into elementary. Going into high school, but you know, just normal shit. That's all.
Yeah.
It's funny. We were at the store yesterday, and I ran into God damn it, one of Shelly's coworkers, and the mailman, the tall dude, Jimmy, not Devin, but the other tall dude that was on the bus with his wife. Well, anyway, Sweets, yeah, he was at Hy-Vee. I got to shout out Hy-Vee and Sweets, but we were just talking about the Corona shit, and he was like, they've been busy, they've been steady, and even busier. Dude, if you work at a job like that, shit don't change, but you know, like we were both saying, it would be nice to get back to the norm, like be able to go to work, get off work, and meet a couple coworkers at a bar, have a drink, talk about the day or whatever. But you know, right now, all that shit's on a hold. It's paused. But we were saying shit after the Rona's over, we should all have a. He said we should get another bus.
We should.
I said that's cool, but we have to eliminate a couple people.
Oh, like the one that that was falling all over each other, and the one almost fell out the bus door.
Yeah, they were doing the Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, I told him it's all good, man. Just, you know, whenever we ever get to that situation. So, how has it changed for you, T, since, you know, you work at home now? So how, like, I mean, how do they have your computer and your work set up to, I guess, link into your work system? Because you do editing of commercials and shit, don't you? Or you run commercials or whatnot, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So
Nothing really changed. I'm just in a different room now.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty much it. Everything still come to me the same way it used to. There's a couple of things, like our main server is still at the building, so we got to remote into it to get content. But other than that, man, it's pretty much a smooth ride. Just the same.
Let me ask you this, T.
Yep.
Do you really think after this, because we have to, do you think it's necessary for you to even be at the office?
Oh, that's a good one.
No.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, but you know, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Our bosses have already thought of that. They said that actually, before we got hit with the coronavirus, last year they were already talking about providing remote access for some jobs that could be done remotely, so they could kind of lessen the burden of having people in the buildings and have, you know, cleaning up after them and having to do, you know, just and kind of maybe consolidating the workforce into one building rather than having 3 buildings to operate out of. So they had already been talking about doing that, and this just gave them the opportunity to test it out. So I'm suspecting that after, I go back on June 1st, I'm suspecting that we either won't go back or we'll just go back for a short time, and then they probably have us start working remotely from now on.
Hey, well, let me ask both of y'all. That was a good question, Jimmy. So I don't know if y'all do like weekly meetings with your job or whatever, but what is like what is their I guess their biggest downfall to having y'all working from home, like the security part of it? Like, are they worried about people hacking into y'all's network and shit like that? Either one of y'all can answer, because both of y'all
don't download no porn on your work.
Man, I'm asking a serious question, man. See?
Yeah, that for real, man. For real.
Yep. I was told the same deal.
No shit.
Yeah, they don't want you accessing like no.
They told y'all straight out front, don't do no porn.
Well, not porn exactly, but just don't do anything naughty on that computer.
Yeah, okay.
You know, let us know, hey, we got access to it. We can see everything just like you was at work. So
right. Oh, okay.
I got my own computer to look at X videos.
Right. Computer, phone.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
iPad.
Well, Jimmy, you know, he streamed his shit live, so he don't have to worry about using a computer. He got camera on him all the time.
Shit. Oh, that's really it.
Okay.
About not having anything external breach the whatever internal stuff they got going on that's work related. So, but for real, I think I don't think going back to the office is necessarily going to like. I should say I don't think working at home is hurting my company in a lot of areas. For what, depending on the department, I think that they should like implement even more, because at least in my case, in T's case, like you were saying, I don't necessarily have to report to the office unless I got like a meeting. And then you didn't have to do that because we got Microsoft Teams. Yeah.
Me too.
So you can have virtual meetings. So, I mean, other than, I don't know, maybe working in HR, maybe like with applicants or something like that, it ain't really necessary for me to even go to the office.
Yeah. Well, for motherfuckers like me, I gotta go to the office. So, but the reason I asked y'all that though, and it was well, I guess I didn't ask you, asked Jimmy, but as you both were talking about it. But here's the thing: what if the companies give you less pay due to you working from home? Then how would y'all both feel about that? Because now, I mean, what are you using that the company, you know, I'm saying you're using all your own stuff, but you're using the network.
Stuff. I'm using the company.
Oh, so you do have a company computer, Jimmy? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that would be different. So.
Yep, same here. And plus, I don't feel they could do that, considering that the productivity that you do at home is still equal to the same. You're still as productive at home as you was on the at the office. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The job hasn't really changed. You're still doing the same job.
Well, you know how they are though. They call him what, the brother in the sky, the third eye. Can't really see you. They can't really be over your shoulder seeing what you're doing. They can, but they can't. You know. I don't know.
They still are. I mean, like, I don't know, Jimmy, you probably the same deal where I got to use a VPN in order to log into any of my stuff at work.
Yep. So that's how they see you, Mike.
Yep.
Well, I got a VPN too, but I don't use it for work.
But it's the same deal. It's the same deal. Can't nobody get on your network without you knowing about it. The same way we can't get on their network, on their network without them knowing about it.
Right.
I feel you. I feel y'all. I was just curious, just throwing some shit out there because you know these companies will, you know, well, how can we cut a couple of corners, you know, because you know they will try to do that to you.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So
that's true.
So I know I've been watching it. I know Jimmy been watching it, but I think we should catch up and talk about the documentary that's going on right now, The Last Dance.
Yeah.
You checked it out, T?
Yeah, I checked it out. I've been watching it.
So
that boy Rodman, wow, man. Jordan was like, no, we're gonna give him 48 hours. This dude didn't come back for a week.
I know. And I vaguely remember them asking like Scotty. I remember Scotty. They were like, "Where's Dennis?" He was like, "I don't know." I remember that.
Yeah.
But I didn't remember him being gone that long.
Yeah, they never said how long he was gone. You know, so there's a lot of shit we don't know. But that's crazy, dude. He was gone 78 hours, some shit like that. And they found him in the room with Carmen Electra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that considered load management then?
No. I think, well, as me and you already talked about it a little bit, Jimmy, I think that Dennis Rodman and Phil Jackson kind of had like a mutual agreement, like a heart-to-heart. Like, I'll allow you to be you, and if you need to go blow off steam, I'll allow it as long as you give 110% on the basketball court. But with that being said, Dennis Rodman, knowing that he was able to perform the way that they needed him to, he kind of pushed the boundaries.
You know, I mean, you should have known he was going to do that. They should have known that.
Because even what Michael Jordan said, he said, no, Scottie Pippen, he said, even Jordan said it. He said, man, we ain't gonna get Dennis Rodman. He ain't gonna be back in 48 hours. And long and behold, he was kicking it.
Yeah.
He was
Jordan knew. Jordan knew right off the bat. He said, man, he ain't coming back.
Right. Right.
Well,
like I need a vacation.
Right. But that's what you consider a cool ass boss. You know, you can go, hey man, you know, I'm losing my momentum, you know, Pippen back, or you know, whatever. Hey man, I need to take a couple of days off to blow off some steam. Well, I'll allow you that as long as you come back to work. Yeah, I'll be back.
That's load management.
Well, I mean, if you want to call it that back then, yeah.
It is load management.
But you got to look at it in the same light that, I mean, they took more abuse back then than they do now. So now I don't even think you even deserve to take a day, not a deserve, but you don't even need to load management. For what? You can't even be touched. If you're a major superstar.
Yeah, I don't know. It's different now because the game has gotten more as far as
sensitive
training and health-wise, it's gotten more psychological in a way compared to before. So not only are we thinking about players' physical health, to think about their mental health too.
Yeah. So what do y'all think? Okay, well, I'm combine them together with the documentary. So what do you think what Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen said about Isaiah? And then the second part of that is, what do you think about Charles Barkley and Draymond Green going at it? Talking about how Draymond thought he was a better player than Charles Barkley.
I don't know. That's not really a big deal to me because they're just talking.
Well, I mean, it started off at talk, but Draymond, of course, like normal, you know, he kind of sensitive. When you don't give him the respect or give him the comment that he needs to feed off of, then he wants to throw low blows.
Yeah, but he can say whatever he want about Charles. Everybody in the world know he's better than Charles. So he can say anything he want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the Isaiah thing is interesting because there's more historical context with whatever Draymond and Charles are doing. The Isaiah thing, man, wow. Magic had a part in him not being on that dream team.
Now, before you continue, now we all know that Magic and Isaiah are buddies, right? Like they're super tight.
They were until Magic got the HIV.
As well as Michael Jordan and Magic.
They were until Magic got the HIV.
Okay.
And then him and Isaiah was going through whatever. And then they kind of like, they weren't the same. Their friendship wasn't the same. I mean, that's what I've gathered, you know, from reading and, you know, watching TV or whatever. But I don't know, man. One thing about Isaiah Thomas is people kind of sleep on how great he was, probably because of the team he was on.
Right.
You know, what they did by not shaking hands or whatever with the Bulls. But the Celtics did it.
Mm-hmm.
But, Isaiah Thomas is like one of the top 5 greatest point guards of all time on both sides of the ball.
True.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball. And he didn't have any other first-round picks on his whole team. None.
Yeah.
And he still won 2 championships. So people forget about that and forget how great he was. Now, I don't necessarily agree with how they went off the floor, you know, how they went off the floor without shaking hands or whatever, because they want to say, oh, that was all Bill and Bill's idea, but Isaiah was the leader of that team. So he had parts in that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Michael Jordan touched on that. He like, every time y'all whooped our ass, I came up and talked to y'all and said, you know, congratulations, you know, do whatever. But then when they whooped y'all ass, you kind of took it to heart.
Yeah.
So I saw it as disrespectful because, okay, so the Celtics did it. So that don't mean that you should have to, you know, you should feel the need to be a follower. Don't do what the Celtics did. You know, be a bigger man. They finally beat your ass. So, you know, do what they had to do. They went to the gym and got bigger.
The Pistons was getting old too.
Well, yeah. The thing with Charles Barkley and Draymond is Charles Barkley is, and this is the thing that irritates me about Draymond. He's a shit talker, but when it starts, you know, when you're talking to an NBA legend and he's giving you facts and he's giving you numbers, I mean, how can you argue that? On top of that, Charles Barkley did throw a low blow in there. He did say you're just one of the boys on a band of people came to see Justin Bieber, not you. So that was a low blow, but still, Draymond shouldn't say shit because Charles Barkley was 6'4", playing power forward, and at that time that was unheard of, and it's still unheard of. But you know, as we all know, the NBA has evolutionized. You know, everything's different. I mean, there's really no true, you know, position. It's point everything, or you know what I mean. You got centers bringing the ball up, so Draymond really needs to get out of his feelings and like, hey man, just you know, pay homage because Charles Barkley was the first to do that.
He wasn't the first.
Well, I'm saying, but to put the numbers up that he was putting up, being undersized as a power forward. Who else was doing that? Besides him and Kemp.
Kemp is not undersized.
Yeah, he was a little bit.
How tall is Sean Kemp?
What, 6'9", 6'10"?
That's not undersized.
But I'm just saying. But he had certain things players back then didn't have. Like Charles Barkley had the ability to rebound, push the ball up court, score, assist. Sean Kemp was able to push the ball up court. You know what I'm saying? The athletic part of it, I should say. It wasn't seen. But
man, they had dudes like Sean Kemp in the league.
Well, they did, but he was one of those athletic freaks. Put it that way.
Oh yeah, yeah. What you think?
I mean, because if you think about it, Charles Barkley was an athletic freak back then. A dude undersized, as big as he was, to get up and have the hops he had. That was some shit.
Yeah.
And Barkley, he was. I mean, yeah, they had Sean Kemp, but you think though that was kind of in the middle of Barkley's spread career too. You got to think Barkley came out like what 85, 84.
Yeah,
about 85. Yeah, so he was still playing with Dr. J and then. So even when he came out, see, that's a good point. He was undersized. So to me personally, y'all, I'm a hardcore old school basketball fan. And I know me and T might have talked about it too, as well as Jimmy. I mean, there's people on these other Facebook sites or whatever, younger than us, that don't know the whole facts when it comes down to basketball. I mean, yeah, there's freaks of nature in the NBA now, but they got to understand, just because they're that now, they wouldn't been able to hold their own in the type of play back in the 80s and 90s. To me, that's what I feel. Because, you know, now that this documentary has come out, you know, you got ESPN, they're talking about how, what was the other discussion? Dennis Rodman said he could shut down LeBron James. I agree with that 100% he can. Because he has a mentality to get in your head. It's not all about not only your physical abilities, but he has a whole picture. To me, because with this Last Dance documentary, they brought up other stuff I didn't know about Dennis Rodman, like him studying, players. Like,
I didn't know that either.
Like they never even talked about that, even in his documentary. So there's certain stuff that they leave out about certain players. But I mean, he was a study freak, and even when he went to Las Vegas and they came and got that food, and they said that dude, it took them 4 laps to catch up with him.
Yeah.
Think about that. That fool was drinking and partying and shit, got back to work, and was overlapping them fools, and they couldn't catch him.
He know his body.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
just natural ability too. Just.
Yeah, Dennis is one of them dudes that's what he was born.
Yeah.
At the maximum level, and he always performed doing at that. Just when he was talking about the angles and how everybody's shot fell off the rim and how he could telegraph their shots and go after the ball and stuff. I didn't know he was that cerebral with it. But
yeah, that shit was crazy.
What you think, T?
About what? Rodman?
About today's players and then players in the past.
You've played the game, T.
Yeah, I played. It's a different kind of game now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's a little more. You got the big man now, every big man like trying to mimic their game style after the smaller players like point guards and shooting guards.
Yep.
So the game has kind of spread out where, like you said, Mike, there's no defined position anymore. And I don't know. These youngsters, man, they got all these, when Jordan and Barkley and Malone and Elijah Wan and people like that, they was doing moves. They was doing them for the first time. But now that those moves have already been cataloged, and now these younger players is studying those moves and improving on them. So they created a level to the game. And you can't dismiss the older players because they laid the groundwork. Just like before Jordan and them, you had the Oscar Robinsons and Bob Loves and Pistol Pete's and stuff like that, man. So I mean, the game is just evolving, and I don't think you can really compare these younger players to older players because the caliber was different. The prerequisites was different to get in the league.
Yeah. Hey, man.
That's why Draymond needed to stop.
I agree.
Exactly.
But hey, I don't know. I've been watching, and this is no pun against you, Jimmy, because I know you're a hardcore Laker fan. But they've been showing the Lakers and the Pistons game like 5 different times now, right?
Why they keep showing that damn game, man?
But wait a minute. But hear me out. Because it was a good game, but that game, they had a hidden agenda with the Pistons winning that game. If you go back and watch that game, while it's on TV, listen to the commentator talk about what was going on. Larry Brown, he won championships in college, the pros. Did he take an Olympic team too or something like that? Once, maybe?
Might have, maybe 80 Olympics, maybe?
Something like that. Well, he had some ties to college. Well, I was watching and I kept listening to the commentators. The owner of the Pistons also had 2 other teams. Wasn't it like the hockey team or one of the other franchises just won a championship that year?
Detroit Flyers, maybe?
Something like that. So with the Pistons winning the same year, it made them one of the teams to win a major championship all in the same year under one owner. So I'm listening to that. I'm like,
really?
I'm like, damn. But keep in mind,
I didn't catch that.
When you get a chance, because it's on that. Well, it was on before I came out.
The shit been on all week, man.
Well, it was on last week.
It seemed like it's been on every damn day.
So, and I'm sitting here watching, and I'm thinking about I always go back to what not Dennis Rodman, Rasheed Wallace saying that the NBA is fixed. And then when the referee got caught cheating, and then listen to the commentator talking about the owner and what other teams he has that won. Didn't the Detroit Shock win also, the WNBA, or did they have that team win?
Maybe.
It might have been them. So I'm sitting here saying, damn, these motherfuckers, pretty much just did a scam. But it don't surprise me anymore because we all come to the conclusion that fucking sports are fixed. But back then, it was more, they hid it. The NFL now is just blatant.
They don't give a damn now. They just like.
So I'm wondering who got paid, or who got slid the money underneath the table to pull that off. Because if you look at the Lakers lineup, or their lineup that season. Oops, sorry, y'all. My fault to you. How was it even possible that the Pistons should have beat them? Because they had Karl Malone, they had Shaq Kobe.
Karl was hurt a lot.
I know, supposed to be hurt, but you got to remember that's when Kobe and Karl was going through that shit over his wife. So he might have told Phil not to put that motherfucker in the game. So they had Kobe, Shaq, Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Fisher. They had all these top players, but the Pistons was able to somehow beat them.
Shaq was hurt.
Shaq and Kobe was arguing because that was the end of their legacy.
Shaq and Kobe was arguing.
So, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I just always look at shit like that. Like, damn.
Yes, you are.
I'm like, damn. They pulled one right underneath our eyes, dude.
Maybe. I don't know. I know I'm tired of watching this shit.
Check it out when you get a chance. Listen to
I'm tired of watching this shit.
You know,
and then they keep showing the damn Boston game where they beat Kobe.
Well,
2 games they ever show.
Yeah. Well, you know what, man? Something else. Just watching those games, like I told Tony, I like, damn, who would ever think you could sit back and watch the finals and watch Kobe and fast forward ahead, he just died. Like that's crazy to me still.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
They need to respect him and show the 2 back-to-back titles. One.
Yeah.
They ain't even done that yet.
They're probably
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Well, they did.
Did they?
Remember, they showed his game. He had the final game.
I saw the final game.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe
the back-to-back championship games.
Well, I think they did before that. Maybe I thought on NBA TV I saw the one that he won with Gasol. And
okay, they probably showed it on NBA TV.
Yeah,
watching NBA TV, so he probably
yeah.
I'm talking about like on ABC. I'm like, man,
yeah. I don't know. I didn't see it on ABC.
Oh no, my boy wrong like that, man.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell y'all something. with this corona, hey man, we looking bad out here, women and men.
What you mean?
Cause people out here, they out here in these streets shaking like they on drugs. They trying to decide if they should go to the barbershop or the nail salon. They're
not opening the salons and barbershops yet, are they?
They are in Iowa. I don't know about Nebraska. There's some people out here looking rough. Women talk about they nails is thin, and I need to hit the beat. My tracks is slipping. Other hairlines ain't even. It's rough, man. This corona done fucked up a lot of people.
Man, here's the thing, man. I'm sure everybody, at least if they're adults at this point, have been through their life without getting all the necessities that they desire and have adjusted to it. You know what I'm saying?
You mean the Jerry Curl pandemic?
Yeah. Okay, good example. If you couldn't go get your Jerry curl, you went to the store and bought a kit, right?
Yep.
So you can get to the salon or the barbershop to get your Jerry curl done for 4 hours. So I don't know. People need to adapt and learn something new so that they can adapt.
Hey man, it's kind of hard to adapt when you got half your head glued, and then the other half you got rubber bands popping. It's hard to. It's kind of hard.
Looking like Shaquille Sunflower.
Could you imagine having a Zoom meeting with your work with all your coworkers? And just come on with half her head braided like Method Man in that video.
Man, I don't know, man. You would think. I don't know. It's crazy. It's all crazy, man.
So either one of y'all going to Cinco de Mayo?
I never been to Cinco de Mayo.
Jimmy, you part Mexican.
One time I went to Cinco de Mayo was I was leaving somewhere in South Omaha, and I cut the corner on 24th and Q and got trapped in the middle of the parade.
Tell the truth, dude. You didn't get trapped. You was out there trying to get your dance on. That's where it all started.
I got trapped. I was like, what the hell is going on? All these cars, all these Hispanic brothers and sisters around. I didn't know what was going on. And then I looked at my calendar. I was like, oh, shit, it's Cinco de Mayo. I stuck there for like 45 minutes.
Yeah, oh, man. You lucky you were stuck on it that short time. You know, our Mexican brothers, they party until 6 in the morning.
Oh, no.
You got to be at work at 8.
Oh, no.
But I tell you what, though, I know one thing. Ain't nobody going to buy no Coronas.
Nope.
They going to lose all their profit this year. They might as well get that shit away for free.
Oh, man, people buy Corona again.
When?
I heard something on the news the other day about it. Well, they said that their sales had dropped down quite a bit when it first came out, but they're going back up now.
T must own some shares.
They got a seltzer now.
Yeah, that shit is disgusting.
What is the deal with all these seltzers, man?
It's flavored water with a little bit of alcohol in it, and it tastes like shit.
Yeah, that's to the whole diet thing. People trying to cut calories and stuff.
Oh, yeah, good point. Good.
Shit, if you want to cut calories, don't eat. Smoke crack. Shit, you can drop off 100 pounds in no time.
There's calories in crack.
What's the calories, T?
I don't know.
It's only baking soda, water, and cocaine. Not that I've made it, but you know, and water. Shit, what you got in there? Some beef broth? Shit. Just to get them through.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. I just joking.
Yeah.
This calories and crack.
How everybody love life going?
Who?
I said, how is everybody's love life going? Do you love your partner more while you're in this epidemic?
I'm still single.
All right.
I am single.
Okay.
Yeah.
You still?
What you mean?
Huh?
What you mean? Okay.
Okay. I'm just saying.
What do you give me that look for?
Hey man, I ain't giving no. Hey, I plead the fifth, man.
T, go ahead, T.
Nothing, man. It's just life is good. It's okay.
You
know,
love your spouse more now that you got this. You got all this time with her.
And you get a little tired of each other, but that's why we got 2 levels of the house.
You just make sure she don't lock the deadbolt, so you can't get to the other level like Mario Brothers.
Yeah, no, you just you got to practice social distancing in the house sometimes.
Yeah, I feel you.
So you can kind of so you can keep everything copacetic.
Yeah, I be over here people at work like, man, the corona is fucking up my love life. I said, I'm sitting here thinking to myself, it's like, shit, it's saving you from running into them ragamuffins, male or female.
Yeah.
Hey, thinking about sex life and corona.
What, dude?
I was just looking on the news. There was a guy that was outside of like a lingerie shop, protesting, saying that it's unnecessary to be putting workers' lives in danger to deliver you a dildo.
What?
Yeah, because they were saying, how people still come in and get dildos, and they got condom delivery services and all that stuff.
Hey man, well, he's not right actually, because those adult stores are keeping people working. You see the factories, from the factories to the stores, the online shopping, from online shopping to Amazon to your house. So it's a whole three, a rotating circle. You cut one of them off, then somebody lose their job. See, the dude that was probably giving this information is probably retired, so it ain't hurting him. And women gotta have their toy when the man ain't around, so it works both ways, man. That man need to mind his business.
I also think that he's wrong for the fact that, okay, so you're giving away, it's just a package. You know what I'm saying? People are ordering all kind of crap off of Amazon and stuff like that.
Right.
So how do you know what these people is getting delivered? Like you said, the delivery jobbers, they still got a job to do. They just doing their job.
Hey, you know what he doing, T? He probably one of the people that be sitting out in his car waiting on people's packages to get delivered. He running up to their door taking their shit. That's how he know. He probably got 30 dildos in his garage right now on Facebook Marketplace trying to sell them.
Probably.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, no, I just thought that was interesting. I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think too, people still gotta be socially active. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta,
that's not like socially active, T.
Well, asocially active. I mean, it's one of those things that humans need.
Well, actually, you're right. I take that back. I stand wrong. You're right, because because it is an actual activity, a curriculum. It's just one-on-one. Well, one.
Sex? You talking about sex?
Huh?
Yeah, masturbation.
Yeah. So, I mean, it is an activity. So, you're right.
And I think it's for your mental health. You know what I'm saying? No human could go like that, you know what I'm saying, without some type of release sexually,
Shit. Yeah.
I mean, do you know why dildos were created?
Nah, I don't know, T. Break us off.
We're going to learn something today, boy. Go ahead.
Dildos were created for nuns.
No shit.
I believe it.
Yep.
I think I've heard that before. Yeah.
Yep. Because nuns was going crazy. Because they didn't have no type of no release, sexual. They was just going crazy. So they gave them dildos in order to release that frustration or that anguish that they were experiencing.
Hey, so Chief, so basically what you were saying is, so the nuns weren't getting none.
Yeah, man, I've been to Catholic school pretty much my whole life, and some of them nuns in there, even if they could, I don't know who would. Man. Them nuns
they would have broke you off, Jimmy.
They was rough.
So you mean rough?
Yeah, how you know they rough, Jimmy?
Just by the looks of them.
That's a good comeback.
Yeah. I had a nun.
You've had a couple of nuns, I bet.
Second grade. She was so rigid and holier than thou. And when she told us how old she was, the whole classroom stopped and gasped, and it was like, oh no, oh my God, no way.
Well, why was she too old or young?
She was young.
Did she look old?
Like she looked 20 years older than what she was.
Oh shit. You know why that was? She wasn't able to get that one off.
And she didn't have that release.
Once she got that first one, it's a wrap. She started using cocoa butter, taking milk baths and shit.
Yeah.
Fantasizing about your next show.
I was in second grade, man.
Hey, most strippers start young.
I'm not a stripper.
Oh, I'm sorry, a male entertainer.
I'm not a male entertainer either.
Why are you laughing, Jimmy?
Because, man, I can't believe you would say something like that.
A couple of people that you went to college with wouldn't say that that's not true.
Who?
I don't know the young African lady's name.
I'm done. I'm done. Oh my God, dude.
Man, you wouldn't be the first college student that had to strip to get through college, and you won't be the last.
I forgot all about that.
Be proud of what you've done.
I forgot all about that.
Everybody is not perfect,
and I'm still not a stripper.
Okay, that's cool.
I totally forgot all about that.
I'm telling you what you told me, player.
I'm still not a stripper.
What did you say? What'd you say, Tim?
I'm still not a stripper, but you're still a tipper. Tell him, Jim.
I forgot all about that. Wow.
Hey, man. It's hard out here sometimes. Yeah, I wonder what the fuck the strippers is doing. They can't work. Social distance. Hey, 6 feet. You can't get them bills. I wanted to. How do they get to file unemployment?
Yeah, I was just about to ask that. Can strippers file unemployment?
Hey man, somebody need to look that up. Is that under? Hey, do that fall under I-9?
You're going to check. We're going to go to the research team on that. That's a good question.
Because everybody can't get that money.
Right. That's a good question.
Hey man, so what do y'all think about the shit? Okay, before I start, I just want to say that I'm against men that are all over women, sexual assault and all that. But what do y'all think about the shit with Joe Biden and this chick? Me personally, I went off on her because they got 2 different reports of this. I ain't even call out her name. This lady, she said that he inappropriately touched her or kissed her or some shit. And then she came out just now and said that he was standing in a doorway. One of his staff members called her to bring his gym bag. He groped her, fingered her, and she waited 20-something years to come out.
That's my thing.
Me personally, they coming up with shit. They making up shit, man.
That's my thing, man. It's everybody.
It should be statues.
It seems like that's the case all the time. Well, this was 20 years ago. This was 25 years ago. Well, this was 35 years ago. I'm like, dang, why the wait? If you're a victim, you're a victim. You're going to fight for justice no matter what.
Right.
You would think.
I think you know what I think? I think they paid her to make up this story to hurt his chances of becoming president.
And then the timing kind of like what you alluded to is.
Well, yeah, because they called her brother and he said, oh yeah, I remember. She said such and such. All right, come on, man. Y'all killing me.
It seemed like if she wanted to hurt him, how come she didn't bring this out any of the other 3 times he was in office?
Right.
Vice president. In a row. She didn't bring it up there? No.
Nope.
Something ain't right.
But see, it goes back to what me and Jimmy said, like with the Bill Cosby shit and other dudes. Here's the thing. The government don't think that a man can get sexual assaulted because they'll tell you, "I'll tough it up and suck it up and be a man." But when it comes to the women, you know, and everybody should be able to file or, you know, come out and say, "Hey, this person did this to me," investigate. But when it comes to a man, we kind of get pushed and brushed underneath the rug. And then it should be a law like, hey, if it's beyond 7 years, that shit is invalid. You should have filed when it took place. If it was that important to you.
Yeah, I agree.
It's bullshit, dude. And another reason I think that slime ball has like a 5% chance of sliding back into the White House is because of the corona shit. Because minorities and elderly people will feel a certain way about getting out to going to vote because of the corona. That's just my own input.
Just think if a cure or something substantial as a cure comes while he's still in office, then you're going to have his supporters be like, well, God dang, he saved the country.
Yep.
You know?
But then he break it all the way down to a kneecaps before he saved it. You know, okay, I was going to ask, what do you guys think about him releasing this executive order to keep the meat processing plants open?
He a fucking idiot.
Yup.
Because look at it this way, T. If the people at the meat packing plant are infected, the meat is infected because they're working with the meat. You're working with equipment that you've touched to cut this meat.
Yeah.
So he's looking at it this way. Either way, you're going to get sick one way or the other, either by people or the food.
Yeah.
Think about it. Motherfuckers got to eat. That's why I told Jimmy a couple weeks ago. I said, hey, man, go to the store and get you some meat now before that shipment comes out because a lot of that food is going to be contaminated. Now, what they talking about now? Excuse me, y'all. They talking about a food shortage.
Yep.
Yeah. Meat shortage. Meat.
Mm-hmm.
Where a lot of the producers have shut down and so people is stacking up at home. They getting like 5 weeks worth of meat, you know, rather than shopping normally like they would, you know, buying a week of buying a week's worth of meat for the for the duration, but they actually going out and buying like a month, 2 months in advance of meat.
Right.
And a lot of people just gonna keep that meat in their freezer and ain't gonna never use it.
Well, if there's any people out there that need some chicken, I got a pack of 4 chicken breasts for $80.
A pack of 4 chickens.
4 chicken breasts for $80.
Hell yeah, it's a shortage on chicken breasts.
Man, what kind of
Tyson Foods shut down, fool.
What kind of monopoly you trying to run?
Hey, just like the motherfucker that went out and bought all the goddamn toilet paper. I might, cut a deal.
Right. Go to Popeyes every day for that much.
Yeah, for real.
Shit, maybe I should call up Popeyes. They gotta make them nasty ass chicken sandwiches. I
still ain't had one of them sandwiches.
I
don't even desire to.
Dude, once I ate, I told you, Jimmy, I had some chicken strips from Hot Timeout. Lord have mercy. From Popeyes.
Shout out to Timeout Chicken.
I miss y'all. Them burgers were fire. But anyway, I was getting ready to bite into the chicken strip and I broke it apart and it was still batter in the middle. I was done with Popeyes after that. Because I could have got sick, like real sick.
I never had the chicken strips.
They got some, they had some fire chicken strips, but I don't fuck with them after that, man.
I noticed a lot of these stores are putting limits on how much food you can take, though.
Yeah. We went to Hy-Vee yesterday, and their aisles, they made the aisles one way. I thought that was weird. Like, how you gonna write a ticket in the grocery store, motherfucker? What?
They should have did that before. Their aisles are smaller as hell.
I ain't been to Hy-Vee in a while, man.
Hey, Hy-Vee is expensive as fuck.
I always thought it was.
But we went there yesterday, and they were sold out of everything that they had that was on sale. The aisles are empty. Yeah. Plus, it's the first of the month too, so that don't help.
Yeah. They're quality.
And I'm starting to hate Walmart more and more every day.
Man, Walmart, I don't know, man. I don't have a problem with the product so much. It's the people that be up in that joint, man.
Yeah, they got some special ass people.
God dang, what the hell? You come out in public like this, acting like this. Had a dude yelling at the register attendant, talking about, "Hey man, is your register closed or what? Is your register closed?" He just yelling, "Is your register closed? I need to know if your register's closed." So what? God dang.
Hey man.
That's why they got lights on. Lights tell you right there if they open
exactly.
or not.
Exactly.
Well, that, and then, Corona has hurt the people in a lot of ways. He might be frustrated because his weed man ain't got no weed. So, I mean, people are starting to break down in so many different ways. We got the women with their hair, the guys with the barbershops. It's crazy, man. The liquor stores, the prices are going up. Supply and demand. You want it, you got to pay for it. It's pretty much everybody for their own right now.
T, what you doing about your hair?
Nothing.
Jimmy.
I'm looking like Frederick Douglass.
T is part Indian. He got that good hair. You remember the commercial for Soul Glow? That was based off T.
Yeah, whatever. See, if it is, my hair don't know about it. My hair going crazy. It's just doing whatever it wants to right now.
So you on that chia pet shit, huh?
Yep.
Shit. Hey, be happy you got hair. Some of us can't get it. I'll kill for it right now.
No, you wouldn't, because you be complaining about you can't get your hair cut.
No, T know how to cut.
I got something. I got a recipe for you that'll make your hair grow, man. Fix all that for you.
Man. See, there you go with your own remedies.
Look, man. You take olive oil and mix it with some Monostat 7.
I'm done. It's been one hell of a Sunday. Nah, he said. Hey man, yeah. He said Monostat 7.
You think I'm bullshitting? It's for real. Look it up.
So that's the only 2 recipes?
That's it, man. Olive oil, or you can use any kind of oil you want to. Coconut oil, olive oil, whatever. Mix that with Monostat 7.
Is it a money back guarantee?
No, man, I can't do that for you.
So you on that black market shit, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
It's buy it as is.
So
you got the remedy for hair loss, and Mike got 4 chicken breasts for $80. Y'all sound like the Homeboy Shopping Network.
and Jimmy got the patent. And Jimmy got the patent for no rub thongs. So we all good. So what do? Let me ask y'all. So what does the summer this year hold for everybody so far as of right now? Because there's no swim. I just found out yesterday that there won't be any public pools open for the summer.
That's a good thing.
That's all right. I got a pool in my backyard.
Damn. You balling.
I just got a big balloon that you fill up with water. That's pretty much what it is. Like a beach bag. It's like what's they call them the bags that you used to sit on?
A tube?
Filled with sand. That you have in your house.
The bean bag?
Yeah, bean bag. Yeah, bean bag. That's pretty much what it looked like. You fill it up with water.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like 13 feet wide. Perfect.
So I can come over and swim?
Man, I don't know.
You know Mike is Aquaman anyway.
You gotta take that corona test first.
Hey man.
My wife ain't gonna let you through the door.
Hey, I got my own temperature thermometer. You know, they check me every clinic I go to, so I'm good.
Yeah.
I can't swim anyway, so I ain't worried about getting no.
Jimmy, you got a blow a thong. You good. Your shit inflate. And it's he got the mesh thong, anti-dry on contact.
America, whoever's listening or watching, I am not a stripper. I believe this man. I am not a stripper.
Yep.
Nor have I disrobed fully for any type of financial gain. So I'm just putting that out there.
Anything else we need to hit on, fellas? Anybody got anything else?
Yeah, I was gonna ask y'all. So y'all both been out of the house in the last week or so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. Have you noticed like a lot of people aren't doing that, wearing their gloves, aren't wearing masks, gloves?
Yeah.
Aren't doing 6 feet distance, especially like I go to the grocery stores. I went to this grocery store meat counter the other day, and none of the people back there handling my meat had on gloves or a mask.
Then I wouldn't buy nothing from that store. Basically, what the mask RT is not to protect you, it's to protect other people in public from, if you might have it.
Yeah.
So
they should be wearing gloves. They should be wearing gloves.
They should be wearing gloves, yes. I agree. Whatever store that is, run.
But it ain't just one store. I went to a gas station. went to that meat counter. I've been to a couple of like Walmarts, and it ain't just the people behind the counter; it's people in front of the counter too. No, it's like nobody's really taking this serious.
So far, where I've been, people have been wearing gloves at the stores. Even the kids that are just sacking the groceries and stuff, they've been wearing gloves so far. But yeah, man, that's crazy.
I went to the auto parts store. Nobody in the auto parts store had nothing on.
Well, those stores, they don't have to, they're not required to wear gloves. I do know I went to an auto parts store probably 2 weeks ago, maybe 3. They did have that big ass plastic window shield protector up. Yeah, those type of stores are not required, but like the grocery stores are, which I'm going to tell you a funny story because yesterday I went to Hy-Vee and we're in the line checking out, and this young guy, he's scanning the groceries, and you know they supposed to sack your shit up. Well, I guess he didn't feel the urge to sack up our shit. So I'm standing there and I'm waiting for him to sack it up. So I decided to start sacking the shit up. Otherwise, we would have been waiting another 5 to 10 minutes. So by me saying, I look over and say, "Hey, what do you want, paper or plastic?" And then she told me plastic, and I started sacking it up, thinking that he would have caught the clue. That motherfucker just kept scanning the shit. I said, "Ain't this a bitch?" So now I gotta not only pick up my groceries, I gotta sack my own shit too and pay you. I said, what part of the game is this? Shit.
Well, maybe he was trying to do you a favor.
No, man. Like, you get paid to scan and sack my shit.
Maybe that's part of part of their rules now. Maybe they let the customers sack their own stuff. Yeah.
It was only him, T.
Oh.
Is it a kid?
Yeah, he was a kid. He was a little teenager.
He probably, man.
You know them little motherfuckers, they lazy anyway.
Yeah, he didn't want to do shit.
Yeah. So, it's all good. Yep.
Damn kids.
Yep.
Lazy ass, man. They don't want to do nothing, man. Kids.
Well,
I kind of feel sorry for them, though, at this time, too. Yeah. Because, they ain't got nothing to do. Kids ain't got jobs like us. They ain't got the responsibilities of really having, they clean up a little bit. But other than that, they don't have anything else to worry about.
Hey, T, that's called having a creative mind. You know how we were when we were kids, y'all? You didn't have a toy or something, so you would take maybe the army men that you had, the army set, and go play in the dirt and the gravel and make a fortress. That's called creativity. Their creativity is looking at a fucking computer or a laptop all goddamn day at YouTube.
True.
But this whole epidemic, it has fucked up the kids. Because I even noticed it with Malia. Like she still do her little homework shit that the teachers might send them throughout the week, but the kids are missing out communicating with their classmates.
Yeah.
That part of it's fucking them up. And it's fucking with the parents too, because, I ain't trying to be funny, but some of them parents were they were depending on the kids going to school because a lot of them parents work. So now that the parents ain't working, they don't have no income. Now you gotta sit at home with this motherfucker driving you crazy and you worry about how you don't pay the bills. Like, motherfuckers is going through a crisis.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, and people wouldn't have to worry so much if they would get this. They send out the stimulus checks, but like unemployment, I know a couple of people that filed for unemployment when this happened, and because they had to lose their jobs.
Didn't they start unemployment? Didn't they start payment on those for some reason?
Man, look.
Cause she ain't got hers yet. And it's,
Man, the government's so fucking shady. Let me tell you, these bastards, and this is on my own belief. These motherfuckers, they told everybody to file for unemployment. Now people are filing for unemployment, and now they're trying to open back up the fucking companies. The people that are able to go back to work won't get the money that they need to pay their bills to get caught up. And not only that, the insurance benefits that they had doesn't kick back in. So they got to wait till the end of the year to even get their insurance. So it's all fucked up. So they figure by getting these people going back to work, they still going to be struggling.
Why they got to reapply for the insurance?
Because once you lose your job, you don't get to keep your benefits.
Oh, you talking about losing a job and getting a new job?
Yeah, or even going back to your previous job. Those benefits don't kick back in. You got to wait till the next cycle.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you remember a couple of days ago, on the news, they were saying, well, if your company starts back the business, and you don't go back, you don't get an unemployment. It's voided once you are able to go back to work. If you deny it, you got to start that process over, even unemployment. That's the catch-22 to that shit. So think about all the people that lost their jobs or they got furloughed. They lost their benefits. The unemployment hasn't came. Now you got a choice, either to go back to work and not have any health insurance for 6 months or 5 months, or sit and wait and hope that you get your unemployment. That's a tough boat, dude.
That's messed up.
Yeah, that's a fucked up thing. So I mean, that's why I say I'm happy. I'm lucky to have a job still to go to, but it's tough on the parent and it's tough on the kid as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Because you got stress worrying about how you're going to pay the bill, where your next meal going to come to, and then you got this kid that should be in school getting an education that can't go to school, and
bored, bugging the hell out of you.
Right. Excuse me, y'all. I got to hit the restroom. Sorry.
How you gonna take a bathroom break in the middle of a podcast, man?
Yeah, for real. And this dude here, how you do that?
Oh no.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is just crazy.
Yeah.
And then you see, like yesterday, do you think it's really time to open up the workforce, the economy?
I'm like this, man. If we ain't got no significant or even legitimate vaccine or cure for this stuff, I don't think we should open it so quick. I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I
know it's going to be about a year or more before they actually come out with a vaccine or something.
Yeah.
Or something to treat it. But I mean, I'm thinking about like how the deaths are still rising. I'm just thinking about Omaha itself. Like cases of people infected are still rising, and people are still dying. You know what I'm saying? It's not, the trend isn't slowing down. It's actually still kind of ramping up.
Right. It's spiking. It's spiking. It's not declining. It's kind of spiking as far as we're seeing the deaths and people becoming ill. I'm like, if y'all ain't got no short shot vaccine or cure for this, y'all need to chill out on trying to reopen everything.
But they have to, Because you got to think, all that money that they dished out to see when they sent everybody that $1,200 or whatever is already gone. So
Right.
they weren't properly planned. They didn't have it planned out right.
I mean, I know why they're doing it, but I just don't agree because you're at risk. Everybody's still at risk.
Right. You're putting everybody at risk. It's a 50-50, basically.
Yeah.
You know, they look at it as a casualty of war. Well, some people are going to die, some ain't. Well, we just got to take our chances.
Yep. That's right on the head. Yep.
Because we can't afford to feed everybody. We can't afford to give everybody more money, which now they're talking about trying to do it, to give an additional $1,000 until this epidemic is over. But everybody thinks that this money is going to be free. It's not free. We're going to have to pay for that as earned income at the end of the year. So I think people out here thinking they balling, motherfucker, you ain't balling. That's a loan.
That's a mindset, man.
Shit.
People got to be smart with it. If they get this money, you're going to have some people that are going to be smart about it, and you got some people that they just not going to be smart about it. That's just how it is.
Because at the end of the year, when you get them taxes and they see that extra piece of paper from the IRS, you be like, well, what the fuck is it? It's that free money
that's what it is. Got. Yeah, that's just people, man.
Yeah. So
some people look at the big picture, some people look at details, some people don't look at any of that shit. Don't give a damn. And then wonder why they got to do whatever on the back end.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, it's been a very delightful Sunday afternoon. I have no more words.
You what?
I have no more words. I think I've spoken enough.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about trying T's concoction, maybe. See if I can grow some hair.
Go ahead and let me know how that works.
Yeah, for real. Do a video, man. Take a video every time you use it.
Why? So y'all can see my skull, my skin from my head peel away?
Oh man, like Jimmy said, we're gonna do an infomercial. We're gonna turn this into some money if it works. We can start selling this at 2:00 in the morning. Right after the club. You know, cats get shot down at the club because they ain't got no hairline.
And you know what, man? That's another good thing, T. Women need to start being more sensitive to dudes that ain't, it might not be to their standards. Women over the years, they always trying to go for the dude that's balling. Every dude ain't balling, but everybody balls in their own way. Yeah. That dude that ain't got the 2020 sitting on 30s is a motherfucker that's gonna be in debt for a while. You maybe need to look at that dude that's leasing his shit and got a steady job and stuff like that. And he didn't buy 80 drinks while he was in the club. He was conservative with his shit. That's what you need to look at. Because at the end of the day, that dude with them 30s, he going to have you for 2 weeks and he going to move on.
At this age, if you encounter women that's still worried about that,
they are.
She ain't worried. She ain't even worth the time.
There's a lot of them out there. Trust me.
I know. I'm just saying, if women are still worried about that shit in they early to mid to late 40s, and then probably levels to this. Let me back you up. There's levels to this. Because if she ain't worried about the rims or whatever, then it's something else. Like,
you gonna buy me a Louis Vuitton purse?
What type of title he got in front of his name?
Right.
After his name, I should say. CEO, VP, shit like that.
Yeah, because there's a lot of women out here that be like, oh, well, I dated such and such, and he took me to France. Well, why you ain't with that motherfucker then?
She ain't worth it.
No.
So yeah, T, you right. You have to do an infomercial for them, but you gotta hit the ladies first, because whatever the ladies want, the guys will follow.
True.
Women like my bald head.
You say what?
I said women like my bald head.
I'm sure they do. When you wearing that powder blue thong with the North Carolina emblem in the front.
First of all, I ain't gonna be wearing no thong, and if I will, it's gonna be no North Carolina. I'll be Oklahoma, but
girl, his letters light up when he move. It say OU, OU.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. See, work on that concoction, man, so we can get paid.
Hey man, matter of fact, y'all, we can take that shit to Shark Tank.
Mike gonna be the model.
Shit, that shit
gonna be the model for that shit.
That shit won't sell. They be like, y'all get that fat black fluffy dude off my stage. I might see y'all. Don't waste my time.
You got to document every day how much growth you have on your head.
Yeah. See, day 0 and day 90. It's like, oh, right. Man,
before
he started out looking like Steve Harvey. Now he looks like Peter
Yeah. That's fucked up. Why I gotta be Steve Harvey? Don't nobody like Steve Harvey.
I'm just talking about the hairstyle.
Oh, okay. When he had that big ass mop top, flat top, is that what you talking about?
No. When he, when he on a game show.
Oh, you talking about the milk dud? Yeah,
the milk dud.
Mike, if it worked, Mike could probably end up going from looking like Steve Harvey, looking like Stevie Wonder. How that works?
Hell no. You talking about that one piece of hair that wrap around?
It grew. It grew. It grew.
That's fucked up, dude. Hey, man, and his people wrong too, man. They be having Stevie on all these award shows looking all fucked up. They like, man, they be in this dressing room. Steve, you gonna kill him tonight. Not knowing he got that one string.
When you've attained a certain amount of success and fame, you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Don't matter no more. Stevie got it.
Look however you want. So, all right, fellas.
All right. Yeah, got to go up here and pick up my Walmart COVID care package.
And make sure they're wearing their damn gloves too. If they don't, I would say something. I'll be like, hey.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Hey, or put on a gas mask and walk up in that bitch and see what they say.
All right. I'll try that. I'm just going to I got my bandana. Coming there looking like I'm about to rob the place.
That nigga about to go in there Grand Theft Auto style. Yeah.
All right, so
is there anything we can help you with, sir?
No, we cool. No, I'm good.
Well, y'all be safe, man.
Too, man.
I'm
safe out here in the streets, man.
Hold it down out there.
Corona out here, he jacking niggas, man. I know.
Yeah.
Hey, he ain't only jacking us.
Yeah. No, he jacking everybody.
Yeah.
Give me your soul, fool.
That's word, man. That's word.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Y'all be safe, man.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back. We got what? 2 more weeks and we'll be back. Our next episode, we'll touch on some other things. Maybe I'll see if my hair grow back. I might come back a new person. So, hey, before we leave though, did y'all get that Instagram message I sent y'all about Mike Tyson working out? He was sparring.
Yeah.
Hey, tell me that fool don't look quick as hell still.
He can still box.
Man, he'll take somebody's head off.
Skill like that, you don't lose unless you incapacitated.
Yeah, that goes back to what I asked y'all a couple years ago. Was you getting a boxing ring with Mike Tyson for $5 million? I want to change my answer to no. Cause I don't
Man, you get knocked out and get back up and collect $5 million.
Yeah, but that shit gonna hurt.
It's worse.
No pain, no gain.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna arrange for that to happen with y'all two. Then y'all get in there for charity.
Please do. I got student loans I need to pay off.
Hell yeah. He can knock me out. I don't care if I wait for 2 weeks later. If there's $5 million in my bank account.
Wait a minute. I said y'all would do it for charity. See, y'all didn't hear that part.
Yeah, for the parents.
You start off with $5 million.
Shit. Hey, okay. Yeah, man. Y'all be safe, man. And
We'll do.
You know, we'll hit them in a couple weeks with something else.
No doubt.
All right, y'all. It's been a real one.
All right.
All right. One. Peace out.
Later.